What is going on, everyone? Back out here today at Sweetwater Park in Thompson. Had some time today, so I thought I'd come out on this beautiful day. You know, the funny thing about living in Augusta is today it is basically 78, 77 degrees, something like that. And then tomorrow, the high is 48. So you gotta love living in the South, but one of the most beautiful days we've had so far is today. And so I gotta get out, throw some disc around. I'm gonna be seeing which distance drivers are really gonna be the staples in my bag. So I got a few of those today. That's part of the reason why I'm out here, see which ones are ultimately gonna make the bag. So we'll throw those today, see which ones end up taking that distance slot, but let's get right into it. All right, guys, here on hole one, I'm gonna play the short tee. There is a longer tee that we'll play at some point, but today I just wanna get loose. 288, got double mando you gotta go through with the two flags there. I'm just gonna throw a couple warm-ups just to get loose. Wind is kind of on and off. It kind of comes in gusts, but nothing too bad. Oh, definitely have to get loose. All right, we're gonna go two off the first here. I'm gonna start by going with my Aztec. I like throwing this driver, even though it's only 288, just because the wind is usually pretty strong. I like just kind of taking some off, coasting it down there. Oh, threw that on way too much hyzer though. Yeah, I mean, that's plenty of distance, just way too much hyzer. All right, let's go second shot. Let's go with the Onyx. Oh, that wind is just smashing it. That one should be up there though. All right, got the Onyx here to about 5 feet. That's all you want on this hole, just something nice and easy. Good way to start your round. Pretty straightforward shot. All right, guys, so we are here on hole number 2, 712-foot par 4, big pool. So this is the one we're really gonna see how these shots fly for distance shots, see which ones feel the best, fly the best. We do have a lot of wind. It's kind of, like I said, on and off. Well, of course, as soon as I do that, no wind. All right, we're gonna start with the Shegongs. These are gonna be competing with the Faro as well as for the with the cranks as well. So let's go with my flippiest one first, see if we can knock off a lot of distance. Dude, that one is cooked. Holy dang. For just a pretty straight shot, that one came out good. Let's go with another one here. Got a little more flip on that one. Turned it over a little too much. Did the exact same thing. I thought something flew at my foot there. Oh man. Wow. That one just kept holding that turn. That one's a little more stable than the cranks and the Shegong, especially when we got this tailwind. All right, guys, so my first Shegong got up here the farthest. Definitely over 400 feet. I'd say probably about 430, 440, something like that. Not bad at all. The Faro is about 15, 20 feet short of that. Got a pretty open shot here, just something nice and simple. All right, we're gonna go with the overstable Onyx. I just like throwing this for spike hyzer shots. I just try to hang it out wide. Just have this thing spike in for me. Just like that. It may go in the basket. Ooh, right there by it. Let's try one more. I'm gonna go with the Zone SS. Oh, it's holding straight. Wind just kind of killed it, but that's right there to 20 feet. Not bad at all. All right, as you can tell, got the Onyx up here right by the basket. A little bit deep, but not bad at all. That's gonna put me to 2 under. Now let's move on to the next distance shot, right back up the hill. Whoop. All right, so going back up the hill, 555 uphill. Basically plays as the same as the last hole, except now you're going uphill. So I'm gonna go with the Glow Shegong again. That one is ripped pretty good. Yeah, man, that thing is flying great. It's starting to, come on. trying to fade out. Didn't quite get it high enough to let it have that fade coming back. That one's got a good turn. Yeah, I mean, that's up there for sure. That's more of what we're looking for right there. Yep, and you know we got to try the roller, right? That looked like it hit something weird. That was kind of just like dug in the ground. That was weird. So surprisingly, my roller went farther than anything else, but I wanted to show you this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick it up. Right here is my glow Qigong. Over here is one of the cranks. Behind that is another Qigong. And then this one right out here, that's another crank. So all of these are like right in that same distance category, probably 430 again, somewhere in that range, I would guess. T's pretty far back there. All right, guys, as I mentioned, pretty good rip here with the Qigong. Only got, I don't know, 220, 230 left of the basket probably. I'm gonna go with the zone and just see if I can spike one in, have it get close here. Got more of a tailwind, so this should have no problem getting there. That should be just about perfect. I believe that will be under the basket. All right, got the glows on. I thought I was a little bit closer, but this should be no problem to go 3 for 3. Yep, there we go. 3 for 3, exactly how you want to start out here. Now it's going to start getting a little more challenging, so see if we can keep this pace going. All right, guys, hole 4 is 345. Very difficult one to get. I like to go with the Z Light Venom just because it gets that extra push, but has that hard finish. I'm going to try to hug right around that tree line and have it start fading in. Easier said than done. Just like that. Now I need you to fade hard. Get over there. Definitely did not get the fade that it needed. Ah, no, they're just not wanting to fade. Just smashing down. It's crazy to say, but this is one of the best drives I've ever had on this hole. I would have loved for it to push a little bit more, but that wind just knocked it down. So I'm well outside the circle. Maybe give this one a little half bid here. I would not call that a half bid. That was just a bad upshot or a bad putt, depending on what you think. All right, guys. Well, thankfully, this didn't go down the hill too far. Briars and rocks, though, do not make it easier. Ha, made it through the vine. We'll get that putter in just a second. All right, guys, 256, hole 5, dead straight shot. I'm gonna go with my Glow Zone SS. Yeah. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, guys, this is exactly what you want on a dead straight shot. Mega Glow Zone SS. Coming a great staple in the bag. All right, we are on to hole 6, 315. This is a hole that I've yet to figure out. You really have to get it over this hill. You don't want to go too right because then you end up in the woods. I'm going to go Essence. I just want to throw a kind of flippy fairway that's going to pop up drift. Maybe get some late fade coming back at the end. That should be amazing, actually. I hope that's good. This run up is kind of weird as well. Man, as soon as I say that, I throw 2 of the best shots I've ever thrown. So maybe I should just start saying what I don't do well before I tee off, because so far that seems to be working. Got the Essence. Probably one of the best drives I've had on this hole. And that's going to be another birdie. I think we've gotten them all except for hole 4. All right, guys, hole 7 is 153 feet. Got to go big spike hyzer. I'm going to go to Troja here, just something I know that's going to get that big spike, because this is kind of like a U-shape type hole. Oh, it needs to push. Go, 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 go. Oh, I hope that's good. All right, got the Troja over here. We're probably looking at like 20 feet or so left for the birdie. There we go. All right, we're keeping it rolling. All right, guys, on to hole 8, 211 feet, kind of a poke and pray. But man, I love disc golf in the fall, and with all the leaves falling and everything, it's hard to find your disc, but absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go mega glow zone, see if I can sneak one over there. Ooh, hit a late tree, but that still should be putting. That one's probably right underneath it. Way out of position here. Let's see if we can hyzer this one in. All right, we're on to hole 9, 287, low ceiling. I'm gonna go essence. See if I can turn this over right into that gap. See if it'll just hold. A little bit low, but it did get a slide. We're gonna see how close it got up there. All right, got the essence up here, just outside the circle probably, a little bit short. See if we can ring this one in here. Oh, it caught. Wow. Did not think that was staying in. All right, y'all, we're on to hole 10, 326. You got double mandos you got to go through here. All right, we do have a good bit of wind, so I'm gonna go with my 10-year buzz. See if I can snap this flat. Should have enough stability to come back at the end. It does not get any better than that right there. Right now, the name of the game has been disc selection, just making good choices. Went with a more stable buzz there. I almost missed the putt. All right, guys, hole 11 is 230. Big skip over to the left. Let's go with a Raptor. Keep it low. Oh, it hit something late. Oh. Ah. If somebody knows how to play this, please let me know, because I have no clue. Oh my gosh, that might be the best shot I've ever thrown on this. All right, does it say something that this is one of the best drives I've ever had on a 150-foot hole? Because that just shows how ridiculous this hole is, but well outside the circle. See if we can ring one up and steal one here. Come on. Guys, what is happening right now? All right, we're on to the shortest hole on the course, 128-foot par 3. Very tricky line though. I'm gonna go Troja here to start. And if we get it clean, we're gonna try to run it a little bit here. Hit a tree, but that still should be up there for the birdie. Oh, I thought that was good. All right, well, thankfully, my first one, my Troja, is right here by the basket. And that is gonna be another birdie. All right, guys, hole 14, 165 feet. I like to go with a berg here, just something that holds that turnover without burning over. See if we can get this one just down the fairway there. Just like that. Oh, and a nice little kiss towards the basket, I believe. This played exactly as I wanted it to, just something that I could turn over, have it crash into the trees and keep me here close. All right, good round going so far. All right, here we are on to one of the worst holes in disc golf, a par 4, 288 feet. Goes way out to the right and then wide open. Let's go machete. See if we can skip one over there. Don't want to push too far here. That is about as all you want. I mean, all right, so as you can tell, I got the machete in a pretty good position. We're just gonna go with the Zone SS and pitch one up here. Hopefully just take an easy 3. Yep. Just like that for fun. Let's go with a little forehand run at it. Oh my Lord. Thought I was gonna get one. All right, guys, hole 16, par 3. Let's try the little turnover forehand shot with the Zone. 235 feet. Ooh, caught some late trees. All right, got the Mega Glow Zone out here, probably outside the circle once again. See if we can steal another one though, after hitting this late grouping of trees. Ooh, good height, just a little left. Got to get it right the first time though. Boom. I'd like to get a birdie on that one, but par is just fine. All right, guys, hole 17, par 4, one of my favorite holes out here. I'm gonna go Venom, see if I can just get out of the woods, hopefully set myself up for a pretty easy second shot. Need you to fade, need you to fade. Oh yeah, snuck right through the trees and that is out. All right, guys, got the Venom down here in a good way. So we're gonna try to go zone, a little pitch up forehand here. That should be just perfect. Yep, that will tap in for another birdie. All right, guys, hole 18, it's 336, way over to the left, but I think the play is more of like a hyzer flip with an understable disc. I'm gonna go with a Qigong, see if I can get it on enough hyzer, have it pop up and still fade. It's trying to. Oh my goodness, do not hit that truck. Oh, there's somebody getting in their truck. I hope I didn't just come close to hitting them. So this is one of the best drives I've ever had on this particular hole, but still looking at probably 27 feet here for the birdie, and by far on the windiest hole I've had so far. Bang. Let's go, right on the pole. Nice way to finish. Again, not a birdie I typically get, but that's kind of been the name of the day for me, is just getting birdies that I don't typically get, but it's always good when you got the putter going. So guys, that's gonna do it for me. I'll catch you in the next one.